Hi everyone, so it's Rachel here and I just want to do a quick video about how I pack and how I organize and how my ADHD brain kind of works. Yes?
Just cram it in. He's
No.
gonna cram it all in. Go on yourself, just cramming it in.
I have bags. Are you kidding me?
Show them your backpack.
I will. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I organize my bag. I use this Samsonite backpack. I love it. I'll try to find it and link it down below. I like things that have a lot of utility. I'm not about like I like a pretty thing. Like I just bought this pretty bag, but I really love things that have utility and many uses. And so when I got this backpack, I was like, this thing is massive, just absolutely huge. And it does look funny on me, but it carries everything you could possibly need. So much so that to the point that I went to my best friend's house and she made fun of me for me walking around with my huge backpack. And then the next time I saw her, she had one because it literally fits everything. So there's various pockets. So there's one small pocket in the front. It's like a sleeve pocket. And then there's like the middle pocket that has a bunch of different pockets, sleeves, like pencil holders, pen holders, and a sleeve here. Then we've got a small sleeve pocket here and another one at the top. Then we've got the first really big pocket. This is the biggest pocket there is. There's little netting to hold things. And then there's a laptop sleeve or some kind of sleeve here for whatever you like. So this one's pretty big as well. And then the last section is another really big laptop sleeve with more space and little netted thing. So the reason that I got this backpack, or I wanted this backpack specifically, or I was so happy with this backpack after it was purchased for me, is because I have a really big laptop. I have a really big 16-inch MacBook Pro, and I needed something that would fit it because a lot of backpacks don't. And it fits perfectly here. It's very TSA checkpoint friendly, so you really just like everything else that is in the bag, you don't always have to take out, but you know where your laptop is. You just open it up, you pull it out, and you put it down. So that's all the pockets on the backpack. And so I'm just gonna show you from pocket to pocket what I put in everything. So this back pocket, I put my laptop in. I'll just do that very quickly. I don't know why I'm wearing these earpods actually. I can't put my laptop in because it's holding my phone. But I put my laptop in here and I'll close it up. So that's what usually goes in this pocket. In this front pocket, this is my pocket that I reserve for when I'm in the airport and I'm moving things around and I need to just get rid of something quickly. I'll throw it in this pocket. This pocket contains a lot of important things. So this contains the things that I'm going to use the most. So I usually travel with my dog. So my dog is my under the seat baggage, so I can't have my bag with me, and so it usually goes in the overhead bin. And I want to make flights as easy as possible for me, so I'll often be putting this over on the overhead bin and not taking it out for the whole flight. That means that I need to get everything that I need for the flight out before I put it in the overhead bin. So in order to do that, I put everything into little sections based on what kind of thing they are. So this is my sleep hygiene bag, and this is like the main stuff that I need on my flight. This is the bag I always pull out. Like this is the main bag. If I can pull out one item, it's this. And it includes my sleep mask, some calming spray for my dog because sometimes he screams. And so this is useful for relaxing him. I just spray a little bit. And then I have my sleeping pills as well. Very important. Aquaphor because I cannot stand dry lips. Like if I have dry lips, my whole day is ruined and I can't think about anything else besides my dry lips. I just don't like the sensation. And then I have a million earplugs just in case I need a million. So that's what's in my sleep hygiene bag. And that is the first thing, the most important thing that goes in the first pocket. So again, I like using this pocket here because it provides easy access to the things I need most. Okay, so I try to include this. The last thing I like to include is a hair clip because sometimes I lose mine in my seat, and I like to have an extra hair clip so I can keep my hair up because something that really bothers me and is having my hair down and feeling it on my neck. I know some other people have issues with like audio issues or their hair touching their face, or just like weird clothes, like they don't like certain clothes because it's not comfortable and they like can't stand it. That's me, but with my hearing and my hair down. So I always need earplugs, and that's like very important. So if you have any kind of like auditory issues or sensory issues, definitely think about how an airplane or a train affects that, and definitely put it in your like most important bag. So that's what's in here, and I love it. You can also get cuter bags, but I just use plastic bags, which is a bad idea. It's just not great, but I do usually reuse them because I just leave the bags in here, and then the next time I go on a trip, I just use them again. The next one is another very important bag. This is stuff I just do not want to lose. Like, I check my baggage, and this is stuff that like I need for when I land. And so like, it's fine if I lose my whole checked baggage, they'll find it in a few days, but I need my medication. So all of my medications are in here. My Ritalin, my Concerta, my depression and anxiety meds, and then we've also got some paracetamol, some pain medication, eye drops, and Vaseline. So this is the second very important bag, and that I store in another pocket. So this is stuff that I likely won't pull out on a flight. I might pull it out for the eye drops or something if I'm feeling crazy and my eyes are dry, but usually this stays in my backpack. It's secure, and I know where it is, and I'm not gonna lose it if I lose my check bag. So this one goes in the second most big pocket, or the biggest pocket, not the last one though. So I'll just put that in here, and that's where it goes. Okay, so the next bag that I like to use is my media bag. This includes porn, please, is all my cords and earphones, earpods, everything, my chargers. So this, yeah, includes what I said. So I have like a traditional ear thing, and then I also have the one that plugs into the new iPhone. So it depends on what I'm using. If I'm using my laptop, I have the original one, and if I'm using my phone, I'll do this. I also have my laptop charger in case my laptop needs a charge, and then I have two different cables so for my phone charger. So I have the traditional one that plugs into a USB, and then I have one that plugs into a USB-C. So this is my media bag for charging. My laptop is obviously in my bag, my phone's usually in my pocket, and so these are all the chargers. Now this goes in the second bag. It is not in the most important bag. This is something that I might reach for depending on if I have a day flight and I'm not planning to sleep, or if I can't sleep and so I need some kind of entertainment, though usually I try to sleep on flights. Okay, the next section is my dog section, because again, I travel with my pet, and obviously you probably need a lot more for a baby, but maybe just for yourself, some treats. This can be treats or snacks for yourself, or just other hygiene items that you like for flights. So the first thing that I have is wet ones for pets. This can also work as an antibacterial for your seat. So I usually use this as antibacterial for my seat, and then at night I wipe my dog every night before we go to bed because he's a little nasty. And so this I like to stick in the main pocket right here. And something that's nice is I have priority boarding, and I usually fly with American or United, and I always book the last row or one of the last rows. So because I have priority boarding, I usually have the back area of the plane to myself for a good 3 minutes, where I can get everything out and clean my seats and get my dog situated and ask for water from the flight attendants if I need anything, because then groups 6 to 12, 10 or whatever take a while to get in, and they're usually in the back with me. So I always have some extra time to kind of settle down and get comfortable, and that's just what I figured out works for me. So again, we have the dog wipes, then we have calming shoes, because occasionally my dog screams for the first 20 minutes of a flight, just like an absolute monster. And then usually I put these in my my checked bag, but sometimes I also put them in my backpack depending on if I feel like he's gonna be a pain. So I'll give him a little treat. He loves these like treats. Usually he gets one a day, but he loves them like treats, and so I'll put that in my bag as well. So I'll put the Sentry dog chews in here, in the first one that has my sleeping kit. So I'll usually just grab both and pull them out. along with the wipes. So again, that's easier for me to reach, and that's just how I like it. Okay, so one of the last bags I like to put in my carry-on is this bag. This is like my comfort, skincare, like other hygiene bag that I use not too often, but occasionally. Like I get bothered by armpit sweat and stuff like that, so I usually will pull out my deodorant before a flight, during a flight, whenever I'm feeling uncomfortable, and use that. I'm getting so many Slack messages. Okay. One of my colleagues is quitting. That's really sad. And then I have like a panty liner. I have face cleanser. I have my favorite like skincare product that's very like low key. It's niacinamide. From The Ordinary. I also have a CosRx AHA BHA clarifying toner that I'll put on before the niacinamide. And then another product I'm really loving from Hero, the lightening wand for dark spots, because I have a lot of spots I'm trying to lighten up. And so this is more, and I've got another chapstick as like a lotion, face lotion. And I've got micro point patches, and then I have also my jewelry. So my jewelry I like to take with me in my carry-on bag because a lot of it is like solid gold, and so I just prefer to have that on me and not lose it. And there's some with sentimental value, so I prefer to have that on me rather than in my checked baggage. So that's what goes in this bag. This bag is more for like if we have a long layover and I just want to freshen up, or like something happens, we lose our bag, but I still have my necessities to take care of my skin and my hygiene. So that's really good. I always like don't bring my toothbrush. I always like expect that I will get a toothbrush wherever I am, and usually I can manage it, especially if we're at a hotel or I go to CVS. But yeah, so this goes again in the second bag. This doesn't go in the main bag where I grab most of my things. This goes in the second big bag, and that just goes in there with the other bags. Okay. So, and this pocket here is one of my most important pockets. This is where I put the things that I like to grab quickly, maybe before I get on the flight, before I need to grab all the other stuff. So in there are always earplugs. I always have a hair clip in there. I always have a hairband in there. And then where'd my chapstick go? Where'd my chapstick go? And then I also have a chapstick in there. So those are the things that I reach for most because I'm usually annoyed by sound. So I'll get my earplugs out, chapstick, hair stuff, just like things that I know I reach for often go at the top pocket in this one. So there's not much in there, but it's all the things that I need. I don't have to go rifling through everything for stuff, and that makes things really easy. I also am notorious at spilling on myself, so I always have a Tide pen with me, and that just goes wherever really. It just comes out when I have, of course, spilled something on myself again. And yeah. Okay, so again, my laptop goes in this back pocket here, and really the last thing that goes in my bag is my dog blanket, my blanket. So this is the blanket I use on a flight. Usually I sleep through an entire flight. I don't do well with like just sitting with my thoughts. And sometimes I just like really don't want to watch a movie. I don't want to watch a TV show. I don't want to like sit there, listen to music. I don't want to listen to a podcast. Like a lot of things make me anxious lately, so I'm just going to sleep. So most flights I sleep. I take my sleeping pill right when I get on and cuddle up, get my sleep hygiene stuff up, and then I'm usually passed out within 20 minutes and wake up 5 hours later. I'm in DC or California, and we are done. We are set. That flight flew by. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found some components of it helpful. Maybe you can change things to what you like and what you need. Maybe if you don't have the same sensory issues as I do, but you have different ones, you can think about different things that might help you on a flight, make things more comfortable for you. I've really found that making things like as comfortable and as easy for myself just makes a flight go by so much faster and nicer. And also for my dog, just keeping him happy with what he needs just makes everything so much easier. So that's it. I guess a few other things. I usually will buy a hand sanitizer because I lose them all the time, and then I'll hook it to this, And then there's 2 pockets for water bottles. If I remember my water bottle from home, I'll bring it and I'll put it in here. If not, I'll usually buy a plastic water bottle and use that for the trip. But yeah, so even with like that stuff, this is still pretty empty. Like, you can really squish it down, but I've had moments where it is full. It is like packed. You can probably like triple whatever I put in there and stick it in there and it goes. And it's really just this empty because I got rid of a lot of stuff. And I'm putting more things in my suitcase than I did coming. So yeah, this is an amazing backpack. If you need a travel carry-on and you don't care what you look like, get this backpack. Something else I really love about it is this back like strap. It fits perfectly over most carry-on luggages. Jake and I usually, again, I have my carry-on bag, my backpack, and my dog, and Jake usually has his backpack and a suitcase that contains all of our dog's things, like his food, blankets, treats, just like anything he might need, his medicine. And because he carries that roller carry-on with all the dog stuff, I usually am able to just put this on and I don't have to carry it. I just handle the dog. It also has like really nice padding that keeps it comfortable no matter how heavy it is. And again, I like to stick everything I possibly own in this thing. And there's padding that's really soft that makes it more comfortable. You can of course adjust the straps, and it's just amazing. Like, I wish they were sponsoring me. I'm gonna send them an email and they're gonna be like, no. But I love this backpack. In fact, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Let me know what you like need on a flight. And comment that down below, like what you need on a flight, and I will pick one person randomly and send them a backpack. I just came up with that randomly, but I really love this backpack, so I want to share it with you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I just caught the whimsy to film this, and so I did, and I think it's going up the same day. I'll probably publish it later today. But yeah, that's my backpack flying tour.